Hello there, another episode of Boise's Bricks and Bits, and today I'm just having a brief look at a set that's been out for a little while, and because recently they released the Republic Gunship. Now, whether it was last year or the year before, I remember they had this this poll, this vote, that they wanted to see what everybody wanted, and I believe it was the Nebulon frigate. It was the advanced TIE, like Darth Vader's advanced TIE fighter, and it was a UCS version of one of these. Obviously the TIE fighter had been done before. The Nebulon, I think, had some popularity, being quite a big, I think it would make quite a magnificent ship to some degree, to, you know, bring out a model of that. Whether I'd buy it or not is another story, but you know, the TIE fighter, I mean, I could imagine with their new build techniques, how I could imagine that'd just be absolutely fantastic. You know, I really would imagine that would make a great ship, and I'm certainly I'll always favour the original trilogy over the others, but I just love Star Wars in general, you know. But I bought this back, so this is set number 75021. This was released in 2014, came with a variety of figures. There was a couple of droids, but they're somewhere. I don't really value the droids too much, but you know, for me, there was a few of the figures that I wanted to collect, and I didn't want to pay the prices for this. And when I came around to buying it, you know, it was already going for, you know, a couple of £100, 300 quid. I think it's even now it's valid at £361, apparently, brand new and used 201. That's what it's sort of telling me the current value of this set is, to buy aftermarket. I found this unboxed. It came with its instructions. It came with the figures. I was quite pleased it had everything in it. I think I had to replace one piece in this. Yep, at the back there you can just see there's a black roof tile as such, or you know, it's kind of like a roof type bit. I think that's the only thing that I've actually had to replace. Everything else was complete. I paid 60 quid for this. It was thrown into a box, taken apart, bits and pieces, figures mashed in with it, you know, this just all over the place. Stripped it down, cleaned it up, built it. It's a lovely model. I have to say, as a play set, this would have been absolutely awesome. Do you know what I mean? Any kid flying this around and, you know, battling with the figures and stuff. Star Wars has just come out. I mean, yeah, you know, they grew up with it, kind of thing. Their kids have grown up with it. It's just, yeah, I thought this was an absolute quality set, you know, even to the point the bits that come with it, you know, you got the little you know, speeder that sort of comes out the butt, and you know, these fire out. It's kind of like got some cannons and bits and pieces, and you know, these are all moving, and these bits open and something else pulls out like another little cannon type thing. So, you know, as a play set, it really is a wonderful set. You know, the doors kind of swing wider open and that. I mean, it's great. Seriously, it's absolutely great. Love it. But at the same time, it's not really my cup of tea. As much that I love the prequels, and you know, it's a cool ship and everything, it's just I didn't have the space for it. It's almost like, what am I going to take apart and put away to put this out? And basically I took the wings off this, boxed it and put it in the loft. You know, like I said, the main reason I really bought it was for the figures. I wanted to collect the figures. And 60 quid I thought was fine. Yeah, I thought that was a good price, obviously, to looking at how much it is now. And then they released the obviously the UCS set, which, you know, was earlier this year. I mean, 330 quid. Do you get any? You get a Mace Windu and I think an updated version of this little fella here. Okay. I suppose this is a bar humbug moment. You know, this is one of those moments where, do you know what, if I had infinite money and space and didn't mind sort of buying things, reviewing and selling on and losing some money, that's fair enough, kind of. But there comes a point where I can't keep up and buy everything and review everything and see everything. And I kind of think, well, I've kind of already got the main figures that I wanted. And you know, whether you even get another Padme with ripped clothing and stuff, you know, a bit of blood coming out the back and stuff, whether you get anything like this again, I just can't see it, the way the world is moving. I don't even think you could get a slave Leia anymore. You know, it's just not going to happen. So it's quite nice that I've kind of collected some of these figures and I've got them in my, you know, in my collection. This, after this video, I'm going to again take the wings off, box it up and keep it for safekeeping. And you know what? My little guy, when he grows up, he can play with it. But when they released this UCS set, I mean, do you know what? It's a lovely ship, and apparently it is, you know, the wingspan is as wide as that. I think I have seen it in the shop, but I still never paid that much attention to it. But you know, the wingspan is kind of like the Millennium Falcon, and it's, you know, it is actually quite a big beast in itself. And yeah, I just couldn't justify it, because you know, the fact that I even put this away, do I want a bigger version that I'm then going to kind of think, oh, I need to make space, let me take that apart and put it away? Sadly, it just wasn't for me. I mean, I can see a lot of people wanted it and it's a good ship, but the fact that I got this one, for me, it's like, well, I've got one, so why do I want a much bigger one when this is actually it's a pretty good representation in itself anyway. And like I said, for me, it just came with a better array of minifigures as well, especially it's got the main characters. This one randomly throws a Mace Windu into it, but hey, do you know what? At least you get a Mace. You know, it's a figure specific to the set. I'm sure in the future, when it's retired, it will probably, you know, make some collectors, you know, people that put these away to sell at a later date, some money. I'm sure it will go up in price. UCS sets normally do. Will it be majorly in demand? I don't know, you know, but it's just mad to think that this set, brand new at the moment, costs as much as what the UCS Republic gunship does, brand new. I think that's nuts. I think that's absolutely nuts. I would have thought at least the price come down a little bit, but then it just shows, again with the minifigures, how collectible this particular set is. And I know there was even an earlier set which, you know, I didn't look at. I knew the figures that I wanted, so I kind of went straight for this set. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that this has been sitting around for a little while. I've just not had the time to do this, so I'm actually quite glad I've done this video just to talk about this, because I want to put this away. You know, I really do just want to now put this away, box it up and actually start clearing out the man cave a little bit, because it's October the 1st. That's the time of recording right now. And I believe there's a very large build coming in November, which I'm very much looking forward to. And let's wait for more details on that before we start getting excited. But yeah, I've got a feeling there will be a purchase being made then. So, like I said, I mean, if you're fortunate enough to have this, you know, this particular one, the 75021, for me, the UCS one, again, it's nice, it's lovely, it's a good model, it's a big build, but like I said, I'd only end up putting it away or selling it anyway, and there's nothing really that I'd want to collect from it as such, so it's just not for me. I remember when I spoke about the Cantina, God, I changed my mind on that one. That was like, yeah, don't want to get this. Literally within one day, I was kind of like, can't wait for it to come out. You know, I wanted to buy it. It's just the figures were just amazing. It was just like, wow. And you know what, I have to say, I mean, I've got it down there, kind of, you know, presented in a sense, displayed, and actually the figures were just amazing with it. I absolutely love it. It was a good set, and I think you know, other sets like the Ewok Village, and I'll do a video on that, because I think that's a special set that's been out for quite a while now. Whether they redo something with that, I don't know, but I just know that's pretty, as far as built, a bit repetitive as such, but we'll talk about that another time. But you know, I just wanted to sort of really bring this up, because I just sort of, yeah, it's just sad. I just don't see any need for the UCS gunship. Whether it drops dramatically in price or goes on a mad sale at some point, if I had the spare cash. But then what's going to happen is, we'll get to next May, and there'll be a new UCS set for about 180 odd quid. Maybe a pretty good set, I might want that. And then let's see what comes out. And that's the thing, it's almost like, if I don't get it, then am I ever going to get it? Because there's too many sets. There might be new Technic sets coming out. You know, there might be some other sort of expert creator sets, because I love the Porsches and the sort of the Mustangs and things. So I suppose it's just starting to prioritize really where I'm going to sort of spend my money as far as Lego goes. But you know, I thought I'm glad I have these figures. Again, this is what this is really about. This Padme is absolutely awesome. You know, it's always great to kind of have another Obi-Wan. I mean, I've got so many Obi-Wans, but just an Obi-Wan and an Anakin as part of the set. And, you know, when I kind of think of Attack of the Clones, these are the characters, you know, you kind of got on the ship, flying, chasing Dooku, you know. She falls out with one of the troopers, does a really bad run across the sand, but hey, it still represents it. And, you know, for me, let's see what comes out in the next year, because it's got to be where they done the 20th anniversary with the, what was it? It was with the I think it was just 20th anniversary of Lego in general. Now we're getting to that point where all the 20th anniversaries of the prequels are starting to happen, so they might bring out a few more sets come next year. I know there's a lot of rumours out there. I don't chase the rumours too much. I like details to start coming out a bit more before I start talking about stuff. But yeah, you know, it's not a review as such, this video. It's just more of a bit of a moan really, because I never got me TIE Advanced Vader ship, which I really wanted, and I hopefully one day, Lego, please develop and make. I feel like that will be popular amongst fans, especially the older fans and especially the original trilogy fans. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this chat. It was a bit of a waffle on, but I hope you enjoyed the chat, and please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching and have a nice day.